Dr. Sinraj, co-speakers Sri S.M. Jam Kandi, Director MSME, and Mr. Salim Ahmad, principals, professors from various technical institutions, executives from industries, executives from other establishments, and dear participants. So I will be talking on the apprenticeship training scheme. So today the whole country talking on skill development. Okay, the entire country talking on skill development. Even so, we have not noticed the during the budget session, the Honorable Minister spoken about the skill development and particularly apprenticeship training. So with this background, you know the importance of the today the skill development through the apprenticeship training scheme. The apprenticeship training is a very powerful tool to achieve the skill development. So I will be talking. So a lot of innovative, Mr. Earlier speaker spoke about the technology. So earlier the scheme was implemented very conventional way, very paperwork, and we developed the complete automated process. The entire process, right from the student enrollment, institution and enrollment, establishment enrollment, all activities has been computerized by the cognition technology solution, and I will be sharing this information also about this scheme. So my presentation covers about the scheme and its implementation, the benefits of various stakeholders, and I will speak more on the national portal. Well, the Apprentices Act. So during the second 5-year plan, there was massive industrialization. The industries wants a trained workforce. The government decided to utilize the facility available in the industries to train the pass-outs of Industrial Training Institute, ITI, like turner, fitter, machinist, to give them a internship training in the practical training in the industries and to make them to enhance their skill level. That was the idea. The scheme was the Trade Apprenticeship Training Scheme. So it was enacted in the Parliament 1961. Then when we are developing the skilled workforce, we require competent engineers and supervisors. So that was the idea. The Act was amended in 1973 to bring engineering graduates and diploma holders in engineering. And most of the engineering colleges, I was surprised to hear some of the professors asking, is the scheme eligible also covers the engineering graduates? They were thinking the scheme is only for ITI and the diploma holders. Yes, the scheme is covers engineering graduates also. Then the scheme once again amended in 1986 to bring plus 2 occasional candidates under the scheme. See the occasional pattern, the plus 2 pattern, the first group, second group, commerce group, they have the vertical growth, higher mobility. But the students opted for vocational education stream, so they have a lesser vertical mobility opportunity. So that was the idea. So the Act amended in 1986 to bring the plus 2 occasional candidates also under the scheme. So as of now, there are 4 categories of students, that is ITI, then engineering graduates, diploma holders in engineering, and plus 2 occasional candidates. Now the recent amendment, you know, there's amendment 2014 of Apprentices Act and the Apprentices Rule 2015. There are a lot of changes taken place. So specific amendment is the establishment, their regional boards should act on the portal. So it is act on everything should be in the vertical online mode. It should not do the manual process. That is one major amendment, and a lot of amendment, including the arts and science graduates, also brought under the scheme. But whether it is going to be implemented by the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship or Ministry of HRD, it is not decided. Otherwise, this arts and science graduate also brought under the Apprentices Act. Well, so this is the scheme at the national level. The Apprentices Training Scheme, the Central Apprentice Council, consisting of participation of central sector, state sector, and private sector establishment. The private sector establishment, in the sense, the industries association also, like CII, FICCI, it is called the Central Apprenticeship Council at the national level. It is an apex body to take a policy decision with respect to the implementation of the scheme. Well, there are 2 clear ministries. One is the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. The scheme under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, it is a Trade Apprenticeship Training Scheme. Again, there are 2 subcomponents. So there is a implementation in central sector, implementation in the private and the state sector. So the central sector, there are 6 regional directorate of apprenticeship training, so listed here. And similarly for state sector and the private sector, the respective director or commissioner of employment training of the state is implementing authority. Well, so we are not connected to that. So we are connected to the Ministry of HRD. So we are the Department of Higher Education, and the scheme is called Graduate Technician Vocational Scheme. So there are 4 regional boards in the country. So southern region taking care of the southern part of operation of southern part, taking care of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and 2 union territories of Puducherry and Lakshadweep. Well, so the ultimate objective of this scheme is to give them internship training. So our education system, the technical education system, is not like a Western culture training like Germany. The Germany, it is a dual system, all of you aware. So there where the institute is collaborated or tie up with the industry, the candidate students will be there only in 3 days. The remaining 3 days will go to the industries. So their practical skill is so built in the system and the curriculum. So their training is built in the curriculum itself. But in our country, we are providing training after the graduation, after diploma and plus 2 vocational and the ITI. So the skill training is for 1 year. So the government of India is paying stipend. That is a 50% stipend. We are government of India bearing the expendices stipend. And the end of the training period, so the government of India giving certificate. That certificate is going to be what you call it is considered as an 1 year experience when the candidate go for central government, state government establishment. So any regular job. So there are a lot of changes taken place. I will cover speak on the subsequent slides. Now, prior to 2015, the scheme was partly manual, partly computerized. And 2015, 10th September 2015, the entire process has been computerized. Now there is a portal. The need for developing the portal, the reason was, though the scheme is at the national level, the single scheme, National Apprenticeship Training Scheme, the regional board, 4 regional boards, there is a way and style or method, there is a slight difference. So we want to standardize the process, the entire scheme. So that is a standardization was the first objective. Then another thing is the technology. So earlier, 4 regional boards have different 4 portals. So each board using their technology, different technology. So we want to uniform the technology. Now it is a single technology throughout the country. So the standardization, then technology, and we want what you call make the regional boards a paperless office. So that is another objective. Complete automation. Then another important thing is just in service. Today we know that the customers, whether it is a student or the establishment or the industries, they are working on time. Okay, so they are precision time. So we want to extend just in service. So with this objective, all this objective, the portal was developed. So it is the navigation process also very simple process. The establishment, that is a technical institution, if you want to do the enrollment, if you have a list of documents, it is mentioned in the brochure. So we have given the two brochures, different 2 brochures. One is for a student brochure and another one is an institution brochure. So most of the things it is covered in the brochure itself. If you keep the data with you, the system will not take more than 3 minutes to do the enrollment for the institution. Similarly, student also, it will not take more than 2 minutes to complete the process. So this kind of user-friendly navigation we have done. And ultimately, why we are doing all the analysis? So far, we are unable to do what you call demand and supply analysis precisely. Now, I could do the analysis. So, what kind of students coming into the portal? So, which branch it is more? And the establishment, so what is the demand from the establishments? So what is the supply and demand? Whether it is really mapping is done or not. If it is not done, what we should do? So this kind of, in fact, after 2015, September, every month we are doing modifications to meet the employers, stakeholders requirement. So that kind of analysis we could do. So another important thing I will tell you, the technical institution, once the technical institution enrolled in our portal, they can access the information, industry establishment information across the country. A click of a button, you can see the industries in Gurgaon. In a technical institution in Kanyakumari, If they want information in the Mumbai or Kolkata or Gurgaon, any part of the country you can access the information. So that kind of information, the developmental activity, every month we are doing it. So this is our higher level benefits. Now, so let me cover these, what are the modules we have covered in the portal. So the modules covered in the portal, the first module is the enrollment module. So the enrollment module, it is for student enrollment, establishment enrollment, establishing the industries. Then technical institution enrollment. So there are three subcomponents, three enrollments are there. See, once the enrollment is over, then our next module is, so we have to identify the employers. We have to talk to the employers through the various sources, maybe CAA, maybe FICCI or any other industrial association. So collect the, maybe NASCOM. So collect the data and talk to them, dialogue with them, then giving the notification under this scheme. So that is the secure industry placement. That is another module. Then once the industry notified, then it goes for what you call engagement of apprentices. That facilitate training placement, then contract, record of progress. So the engagement contract, once the candidate put into the training, they are sending the contract. Everything is automated. Nothing is manual. Then the progress is monitored once in 3 months. The progress. Now it is a very typical conventional way we are doing, but maybe in a couple of months or maybe maximum of 3 months, we are going to do this progress in 10 scale measures. So how the students, the apprentices acquire the skill, maybe in the general skill or the specialization. So the 9 parameters we have fixed 9 skills sets. Out of 9 skill sets, the 6 skill sets, the students should secure 4 and above. If it is less than 4, so our people will go to the establishment, then we will discuss counseling the student. We will counseling the establishment also to do the better what you call process, to fine tune the process, so that they will improve the process and the performance. So this kind of analysis we are doing. And the end of the training period, so the Government of India is giving certificate, regional boards giving the certificate. So that certificate also, it is a digitally signed certificate. So once the candidate completes training, so we are collecting the data from the establishment, the system generate, and the certificate goes to the student's mail ID. Any number of certificate they can download. It will available. So similarly the stipend pattern or stipend also, the 50%, as I have mentioned, the Government of India reimburses 50% of the stipend, minimum stipend. So whatever it is mentioned, it doesn't mean the industries are restricted only to the stipend. It is a minimum stipend for the sake of reimbursement. But the most of the establishment, it is starting from the graduate 15,000 to 25,000, for diploma 10,000 to 15,000, for plus 2 vocational it is 6,000 to 10,000 they are paying. But we restricted to the 50 reimbursement, only 50% of the government stipend, it is mentioned in the brochure. So these are the modules we covered in the portal. And let me talk this procedure. Of course, the industries here may be less, but the institution, when you are approaching the industries and closer to your institution, it is better how the process is there, enrollment process for the industries. Now the first process is the enrollment. So now there is a portal, they have to log on the portal, select the establishment, and a very simple information about the organization, their activity, their product, then manpower details, various level, and the training facility we are insisting. So what kind of training facility, that is we are more bothered about the training facility. In fact, another important thing is, so far our ministry, what you call targeted the regional boards only the numbers. Now they are insisting us to give equal importance to the quality of the training also. So we are assessing the training facility available, potential available, and another important thing is the women's safety. So now this women's safety is very, very important. So if any establishment, if they don't have the women's safety committee, in that at least 2 members should be a woman, then we won't give the approval. So this kind of the process we have done. Then once this everything is in order, so we will give the notification. So after visiting the establishment, we will discuss with them, then give the notification. Notification also it is online. Once if I give the approval, then automatically the establishment get the mail ID. Then there is no file work. The approval letter will go to the establishment mail ID. Then selection of apprentices. So here I would like to emphasize how the institute will play a vital role in facilitate the establishment to recruit the apprentices. The selection of apprentices, we are following the 4 methods. One is we are organizing a centralized pattern of selection. So inviting all the establishment at a common platform and the students through advertisement, open advertisement. And now with the current portal workflow, once if I decided the things, everything, venue, date, everything, then they automatically, the 3000 industries, they in a single click, the information will go to all the 3000 industries, no manual activity. Then the invited, that is receiving the confirmation also through the portal only. So then the mail will trigger to all the students enrolled in our portal. So the program will be there in a so-and-so place, a college, so-and-so place, you have to come with the so-and-so material. The mail will trigger to all the colleges. So this kind of information, there is centralized pattern. Then the second one is, the establishment also can give the own advertisement. So ISRO, they are following their own method of recruiting their advertisement. Then any establishment go to the college for campus drive and select the candidate and put them training and submit the contract. And the fourth one, if any candidate directly approach the establishment, if they are within 3 years after passing the degree, diploma and plus 2 vocational, they are eligible, they can engage apprentices. So these are the method we are following, selection of apprentices. Then the contract. So once the candidate put in training, they go to upload the contract in the online. So the contract, we scrutinize the contract and the unique number generated to the individual candidate will go to the student. Now that is the establishment. That is the contract registration number. It is a unique number. So the establishment has to mention in all correspondence the particular number. Then the issue of contract number. Then after 3 months, claim submission. Then we will process the claim. Then we will release the 50% stipend. So once the 50% stipend is over, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, that fourth quarter training completion report, that is also automated. Then based on the training completion report assessment, so the government of India issue the certificate of proficiency. So this is the cycle, entire cycle of the how the scheme we are notifying the industry and facilitating the establishment to engage apprentices and how the process is there. Now coming to the benefits. Okay, so what are the benefits for the establishments when they engage apprentices? The first one is that it is a wonderful scheme. They can develop a well-disciplined workforce. The reason is the students are with 1 year, the complete 12 months with the industries. Okay, they can closely observe the candidate. The lean period, 12 months, lean period is an excellent period, time limit available. So can closely monitor the candidate who is performing well. So some of the establishment I would like to share. So the industry, some of the establishment during the training period, they are observing the grading the student in the star performers. So 100 students are undergoing training. At the end of the training, 25 vacancies are there. Who is the top 25 star scorer? So they are rolling into the regular role. So this is an excellent facility through the portal, through the scheme they can avail. Then another thing is the flexibility in engaging apprentices. I told 3 methods. So it is we are not following the very strict method, all the establishment to route through the regional board. It is not like that. In fact, we facilitated the portal. The employer, if they want to take a list from the regional board, from our master, they can. When sitting their place, they can take the master list from our master. That kind of facility we have provided. And now there's a technology. So that is a technology changes the manpower requirement, and with the technology, it is a challenging task. Every establishment, they have to train sufficient manpower to meet the present and future technology changes and manpower requirement. This is a scheme, wonderful scheme. They facilitate the establishment to meet such challenges. And another important thing is, at the end, as I have mentioned, so offering a regular employment, it is the employer choice. So if they have the vacancy, they can give the appointment. Otherwise, so with the certificate, they get the students, the apprentice will try the job elsewhere. The one point I mentioned, would like to mention here, even if you meet the employer, you can also stress this point. See, any establishment, if they train 100 apprentices, at the end of the training, 12th month, if they send out all 100 people, only such establishment will get consecutively 2 batches. The third batch student will not go. Okay, there is a sense of indication. This industry will not observe even single candidate. Okay, so other scenario, if the establishment observe at least 10 people out of 100, then there is a positive sign of indication. Yes, if we do well, there is a possibility of absorption that will give a positive signal to the next batch to more vertical learning, better learning atmosphere. And this is the only scheme so that the employers are all well protected by the other statutory law, any other law, maybe any other labor law. And the another I have mentioned, it is a 1 year lead time, so that the establishment closely observe the candidate and a better selection of candidate for regular job. So these are the these are the benefits. What I have mentioned, these are the benefit, maybe all I listed. Then what is the responsibility of the establishment? So the responsibility of the establishment, see, the first responsibility is they have to enroll on our portal. There is no manual activity at all. Okay, if any employer asks us, please allow us to do apprentices, if they give paper, we will not accept it. Everything is computerized. They have to log in our portal, then do the enrollment. Once the enrollment is over, the system will generate user ID password, and the user ID password, they can seek their approval, then everything is automated. This is the facility. They have to do the online enrollment. Then they have to collaborate with our regional boards. I have mentioned we are organizing the centralized apprenticeship fair and industry institution partnership meet. And another innovative program we are doing, I want to share with all the institution here, that is a cluster drive. The cluster drive type 1, type 2. So type 1 is to cover the entire district through the scheme, that is the technical institution and the industries. Say an example, see the Kanjipuram district, the Sriperumbudur is an industrial taluk. Whereas in and around 3-4 taluk, there is no industry, but there are technical institutions. So how to connect those industries with the other technical institution? If we do this micro level, drill down micro level analysis, the entire district will be covered. And another type 2 model to cover the entire region we are facilitating. If you take the Vizag is an industrial district, whereas in and around Vizag, there are 4-5 districts, no industries. So how to connect that region with the other district with the Vizag? So this kind of analysis we are doing. Then the stipend also our establishment should pay before 10th of the month. They have to make the stipend. And another liability responsibility is, so once the candidate made an accident, automatically the WCA Workman Compensation Act will cover. So these are the facility to the establishment, the technical institution. So the prerequisite document. The prerequisite document I already given in the brochures. You can go through the brochure. These are the document the technical institution should have before enrollment. This is a simple process.